Welcome to Lunar Logic Tarot. I'm Juju, and this is going to be a weekly reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're going to try our best to focus on just you, not on anyone else, and we're going to see what are your triggers and what some shadow work as well, and what you can work on. This will be for June 2021. Please take what resonates, leave the rest. Okay, if it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. Additionally, as well, please keep in mind everything is subject to free will, your free will, and anyone or anything you are energetically connected to, as well as the will of the divine. No one is free from the law of cause and effect. Okay, so let's see. Virgo, please. So this will go from Tuesday to Tuesday. Okay? Virgo, please. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man, the Six of Cups, the Temperance in reverse, and we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. Okay. We also have Justice in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Knight of Swords behind that in reverse as well. So, I'm going to take this. So, I feel like you're trying to take a pause here. There's a need for you to reflect on your chaotic childhood and of the possibly repeating the same dynamics in your current life right now if you have children. If you don't, then you might be repeating that in relationships or friendships, or you might still be repeating that in some fashion with family dynamics, but you're trying to release the burden of this to move on, to let go of the chaos. I feel like somebody's household was very chaotic, and somebody here is uncomfortable with peace. So that means that when things are peaceful, somebody gets, I feel like Virgo, you might get uneasy here. There has been an injustice here from your past, or it could even be, if it doesn't have to be, childhood, it could even be, in your adult life, where it could even be someone in the past where there's been some type of injustice regarding children. I do feel, meaning maybe you didn't do right by your children, or maybe you have a child somewhere else that, maybe you don't take care of possibly, but there's some form of, and that's not to accuse anyone, but that's some form of needing to look back at your past regarding your very disruptive, imbalanced, not healing childhood. I feel very strongly childhood dynamics here, very, very strongly. There's something about your past, your childhood specifically. There was a lot of injustice that was done. And I feel like this week maybe you're going to be taking a pause here to really look at this, or there's a need for you to do so. Okay? So let's see. See things. I think you're going to be taking some time to really reflect about your childhood and realize that there needs to be some form of healing the inner child wounds. There also is some form of there's something that's very disruptive, very chaotic within you regarding your childhood that you're trying to release. There was a serious injustice that was done that you're being asked to look at. Okay, so let's look at some archetype cards here. Please show me Virgo, please. Okay, you have the Rescuer, so there might be an enabling thing. So we're going to look at the shadows here. So when it's in the shadow form, it says assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy. So it's almost like you're trying to keep somebody codependent on you for some reason, because it makes you feel powerful because you are needed. So, but when you heal that, it becomes the light attributes, which says provide strength and support to others in crisis. Acts out of love with no expectation of reward. So there's some type of creating some form of relational debt with somebody, and this person, if it's in a relationship, or it could even be friends, relationship, or even family, but I don't know if they actually know that you're doing this, that you expect something in return. Okay, anything else, please? Okay, we have the child orphan. So you might have felt very strong abandonment issues here. Maybe you were abandoned. So the shadow aspect says feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, so maturity, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. So, and the light attributes here, when you heal this dynamic or this childhood wounding, it becomes independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of surviving. So I feel here that you like to keep people emotionally needy on you in order to not be abandoned. Maybe you felt like you were abandoned as a child. Then we have the Avenger. So the shadow attribute for this, it says resorting to violence in the name of a cause. Okay, so the chaos in you is brewing, so you might actually lash out, verbally aggressive or even physically aggressive. So be mindful of that, okay? The light attributes that once you do this healing says desire to balance the scales of justice, right here. Righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. So doing it the appropriate way versus the aggressive and inappropriate way or violent way. Anything else, please? Okay, you also have the Exorcist. Shadow attribute says fear of facing your own demons. So this is a very, very strong need to do a lot of deep shadow work. See things from a different perspective. Go deep. Go really deep. And once you do this healing work, it turns into the light attributes, and it says freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. So there might be some form of addiction here as well, is what I'm getting. Anything else, please? Show me rescuer. Okay, we have the Advocate. So the shadow aspect of the Advocate says embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. Okay? So like it almost feels like overstepping your boundaries when it's in the shadow. When you're healed, it turns into a light attribute, and it says inspires you to put compassion into action. So maybe it could even be like activism. Okay. But I think you're starting to see, well, why do I act like this? Why do I feel like this? Why am I doing X, Y, and Z? Okay, we also have the Beggar. The shadow attribute, or the shadow side of this, says dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. So it's almost feel like you have an expectation of people to do these things for you, without even, coming to some form of agreeing on the front end of it. And then you get resentful if they don't return the favor or what have you. But also you expect other people to do certain things for you at their own expense, and so that you don't have to. So the light attribute says, or the light side of this, once you heal, it says confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. So yeah, this is coming from low self-esteem here. Okay, anything else? Show me the Avenger. Yeah, we have the Rebel here. So the shadow side of this says rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. So you do things, and when you can't do you do things because you are rejecting any form of accountability or responsibility. And when you can't get what you want, you act out either violently, verbally aggressive, physically aggressive, or you just kind of show out. But when you heal, it'll turn to the light side, and it'll say challenges authority to effect social change, more activism, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs, but without violence. Anything else? Show me the Exorcist, please. Show me the Exorcist, please. Okay, we have Child Magical. Okay, and it says so the shadow side of this is pessimism, depression, and disbelief in miracles, believing that energy and action are not required for growth. Well, in order to heal anything, you have to put in action. If you want change, you have to put in the effort here, instead of expecting everyone else to do it for you. So when you heal, it goes to the light side, and it says, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. But there is a strong need to heal some really deep inner wounds here. Okay, let's see. What are the triggers here for Virgos, please? Okay, it says, I display codependent behaviors when I have feelings of low self-worth. By being a rescuer. And it says, I feel envy because I don't feel good enough about myself. And you're afraid of abandonment. There's strong fear of abandonment here. Anything else for Virgo, please? When I don't feel good about myself, I respond in negative words and actions. Also aggression. Okay, anything else, please? Or passive aggressiveness. When I am not happy with myself, I become inconsiderate to others. I'm not able to look at your inner demons, your inner child wounds. Let's see, what is the shadow work, please, for I display codependent behaviors? Selfish. You are wrapped in your own desires. Try looking at and caring about the needs of others. But not to the point of being codependent and a rescuer, to have people need you so you don't get abandoned, okay? So there's balance, okay? Next, we have shadow work to do. Arrogant. It says, if you're insecure or fear rejection or abandonment, this behavior surfaces. Work on accepting your true self and give yourself love as you are, needing it. Okay, anything else, please, for Virgos? Okay. Inconsistent. Think about if your thoughts, actions, and routines are inconsistent. Does it serve you well on a daily basis? Is it helping you? Is it helping you grow? Is it helping you achieve your goals? What is hindering you? Quick-tempered, and that comes from the inner child wounds. Says, think before you speak. Put space between your thoughts and the words that come out. That way you are not unnecessarily hurting people because you are triggered, because you feel sad, or because you feel wronged or some way, or you feel you're not getting what you want or something like that. Okay? Let's see. All right. Any guidance, please, for my Virgos regarding their healing? Live your bliss, okay? But this comes, do what makes you happy, not at the expense of others. Okay? It's okay to be happy, just not when you're doing that at the expense of others and making them sacrifice on behalf of you without their permission. Worry is a wasted emotion. Okay, I feel like you really are stressed about what you have to do, actions you have to take. Maybe even speaking the truth, because you have such a strong fear of abandonment. Feel joy in all that you do. So if you're instead of doing things because you want something in return, do something out for the joy of it and expect nothing in return. And if it doesn't make you, if you're not enthusiastic about it, then don't do it. It's okay to say no. Ask for guidance when you need it as well. If you need a little help to work through your childhood traumas and wounds, to face yourself, to face your shadow. Carl Jung once said, knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people. Okay. Anything else, please? Okay. Have an attitude of gratitude. Bottom of the deck says let go of ego as well. And then know your truth. Okay. Calm is not a weakness. Okay. I feel like someone who's really hot-tempered. And make each day count with effort. And never judge another. Okay. Let's see. What do you need to surrender? Spirit, what do Virgos need to surrender for their healing and growth? What do Virgos need to surrender? Okay, yep. Surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to Spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. Also, don't fall for temptation. I feel like someone here is obsessively thinking about temptation. That could be drugs, alcohol, people, sex, porn. It could be really anything that you are obsessed or have an addiction to. Someone is obsessively thinking about temptation of some kind. Okay. And we also have surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. I feel like someone has a fear of missing out, but they're also like trying to play with, keeping up with the Joneses. Yeah. Surrender your addictions, okay? Whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. Absolutely. Okay, show me surrender addiction. Okay. Surrender to passion. It says get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. Okay, but if sex is your passion or sex is your addiction, then you might want to put your passions into constructive things. And then we also have surrender to your wisdom of your body. Seek out professional counsel. Okay, it says surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. Okay. And also surrender to spirit. Once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. You can't do anything. You can't force anybody else to do anything, okay? And then you also have surrender to divine timing. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. Yeah. All right, Virgos, this is what I have for you. I hope this helps and, do the shadow work, deal with those inner child wounds, okay? Seek out professional help if you need to therapy. I highly recommend it for everybody. There's nothing wrong with it. If you'd like to get a personal reading with me, all the information is in the description box below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and hit all notifications. That way you know the next time I upload. And as always, take care of yourself. Until next time.